Hello, and welcome to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Elemental Hero deck version 2. Now, I'm going to start off with the monsters, and mostly the tuners. So, here, Fabled Pegalosis, 2 copies of them, just because the synchro, one of the synchros calls for a Fabled tuner. And they're a 1-star, so they're really good. A Frag Unity Dark Spear. Dark Spear is basically for my water synchro, or any of the other lower level ones. So those aside, the main deck is basically heroes though. So Avian and Percentatrix, kinda classic. Wild Heart, Blade Edge. This deck is also really cheap too, so Stratos. I don't know why there's only one of him, but I think Stratos should be unlimited, really. Because right now you can only run one of these, and it's kinda ticking me off that they decided to limit Stratos and not Effect Veiler. So, that's the reason I don't use Effect Veilers. They're too costly for me. So now, Prisma, basically for any Synchro Fusion summon. Ocean, you can bring current monsters from your graveyard to your hand. Aeolus and Neos. I need to get Neospatian cards. And Ice Edge, which I believe his effect reads that I can discard a card to allow it to attack directly. And if it does attack directly, I can destroy a spell trap card. Good then. And I think Sparkman is the last one. That'd be hero monsters. Nope. It's Hummingbird. It's a Hummingbird, which means you can gain 500 life points for each card in your opponent's hand during the main phase. So, that does it for the hero monsters. Now, for other monsters, other random monsters, I have a Familiar Possessed Uria, Hydrodon, Woodpecker, and Twin-Headed Behemoth. Now, for spells, I have Lustian Bargain, which I can get rid of a special summon monster on the field, which is like Synchro, XYZ, or a Fusion monster normally, and special summon one level 4 or lower monster from my hand, normal monster from my hand, which can go into Percentatrix, Avian, and Sparkman. And it could be able to go into Clayman and Bubbleman too, but I don't have them. And next card is Oversoul. I can special summon a elemental hero monster from my graveyard. Skyscraper 2, Hero City, the field spell that I use. And once per turn, I can bring back an elemental hero monster that was destroyed by battle. Future Fusion, which I can send fusion material monsters from my deck to my graveyard, and in 2 turns I get to summon the monster. Polymerization, which is for fusion monsters. Keto, the Cure Master, which means I gain 8,000 life points when I use the card. The Warrior Returning Alive. I can pick a warrior monster from my graveyard and bring it to my hand. Emergency Call. I can bring a hero monster from my deck to my hand. Monster Reborn. I can special summon a monster from my graveyard or my opponent's graveyard. I've done that before. Reinforcements of the Army. I can add one level 4 or lower warrior monster from my deck to my hand, and one of the Unicorn, which means I gain 700 attack, and when it's destroyed, I can place it back on the top of the deck. Now for traps, kind of generic trap cards. I have Sakurasu Armor. When this card is attacked, when my opponent's monster declares an attack, I can destroy the attack target. Solemn Judgment. I can pay half my life points to negate a summon or a spell or trap card. Hero Signal. When one of my hero monsters are destroyed, I can special summon one level 4 or lower from my deck. 7 Tools of the Bandit. I can pay 1,000 life points to negate the activation of a spell or trap card. Magic Cylinder. I can direct a opponent's attack right back at them. Useful card. Malevolent Catastrophe. When my opponent declares an attack, I can destroy all spells or trap cards on the field. Year Force. When my opponent's monster attacks, I can destroy all their attack position monsters. Kind of a troll card. Hero Counterattack. When a hero monster is destroyed, I can have my opponent will randomly select a hero card from my hand, and if it's a hero monster, I get to special summon it and discard and destroy a monster. Some kind of hidden spell book. Like it allows me to pull 2 spell cards from my graveyard and add them back to my deck. Which I will probably use them for Oversoul, Skyscraper, Future Fusion, or Polymerization. And the last trap card, Call of the Haunted. I can select a card from my graveyard and special summon it in attack position, but when this card is destroyed, the card that is attached to it is also destroyed. And my Synchro and XYZ and Fusion deck. Synchro's Light End Dragon, Gungnir, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Power Tool Dragon, and Fabled Dragon. I will most likely use Gungnir or Power Tool. Light End is there in case I need a stronger Synchro, but I will be getting a tin with Scrap Dragon soon, so I'm going to swap Light End for Scrap Dragon. And I'm going to be getting a Zen mains as well. So, and then for XYZs, I have a crazy amount of Utopias. I'm running the max amount, which I think is 3. Not really sure. Utopia can negate an attack. I'm running 2 Granosaurus. I can discard a XYZ material monster, and it will deal 1,000 damage. Okay. That's it for XEs for me right now. And fusion deck, absolute 0. When this card leaves the field, destroy all your opponent's monsters. Flame Wingman. It's basically attack when it destroys a monster. It can, the attack of the monster is taken away from your opponent's life points. Its Enforcer cannot be destroyed by battle. And Wild Edge. It can attack all your opponent's monsters.